So buy your pit pass. Oh my God, he's got everything in here. This is the Camry in a box. The Build the Camry in a box right here. Gas tank header, shifter, tranny line crossover. Woo! This is Garrett, Jeffy's Fab Farm. Let's give him a piece. Peace. I told you about the apple fritters and all here.
I'm Charlotte from Rosemont, Minnesota. This is not my first derby.
So, Charlotte, have you even talked about what you want to do with this car yet with Jason? I mean, you got to be careful because if you give him the sky's the limit, I mean, it could be there. So what? I mean, have you talked?
Well, I think we were planning on doing like Charlotte on the driver's side, and then No Bad Days and the Neon on the roof.
Nice. Hey, honestly, who do we actually have here? What? Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Charlotte Trevish.
Oh, she's Charlotte. We got that part out. So
Charlotte Trevish.
there it is. That's what we're looking for.
Well, it's a 2001 Honda.
You know, so the class that we're running the youth cars in is a bone stock class, basically. You can't hardly do anything to them. DEC stepped up with an awesome header right there. DEC, appreciate the heck out of that. One of the legendary original header companies out there. Always done great. You guys have got some killer sponsors on the front, and you're supporting somebody. Tell us what you're supporting.
One of my mom's uncles has ALS, and we're fighting for him.
Kind of what's happening here, so that's awesome that you put a little bit of respect out there for that. So, so this side over here, we got a lot of black over here. What are we gonna do?
Lane side, I was gonna let him just like do what he wanted, like whatever.
Like freestyle?
Yeah.
The views. This thing is just looking sicker than hell. Amazing. Just love it. Just love it. Right back to the Facebook world, you guys. Thank you so much for everything. You guys have been following us all day. All the views, all the shares, all everything. Keep enjoying it.
Yeah. No, they only drive Rolls Royce.
Oh, Rolls Royce. That's what he said.
Rolls Royce and Bentley. Come on now.
Better?
It is Saturday.
This is the love bliss of the Tix family right here.
Good afternoon, good evening, everybody watching. I know you guys have been waiting for us to kick off here. It's my fault, as usual. I'm behind, but I got us here with my boy, Bobby Brockway is here with us tonight. We're excited as heck to have you tonight.
I so appreciate you bringing me. Usually I'm with Ben, and we're inspecting cars, and Ben's doing double duty, but finally I'm up here.
Yeah, pretty
absolutely.
Cool. And we got, of course, Ben.
Yeah.
Ben had an easy day today. Usually you're soaked and your back is all dirty from being on the ground, but today you're chilling.
Yeah, I really didn't know what to do. That's why we're late, because I was late. So, but hey.
I took the blame.
All right, okay. All right.
But I want to say first, right off the bat, super excited to be here today. Tixie just got us these new sweatshirts. If you're looking at home, check these bad boys out. I had a sweatshirt on, and I put this on, and I'm warm now.
Oh.
I was cold
This
earlier.
is like a coat.
These are amazing. What he did and what he's doing for these drivers and doing for derbies, like he doesn't go short on anything.
He does not.
No, and people got to realize it's 37 degrees here. So I'm not used to that yet. So the skinny guy's cold.
And somebody gave me the report, like it was going to be around in the 50s.
Sorry.
So of course I was cut off shirt, shorts, so that we made 6 trips to Ace, and I had to get some clothes, because it was snowing, it was sleeting today already.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we went to the hardware store 4 times today.
Right.
Yeah, I think you just kept their lights on for another month.
Every
bit of.
I gave him a chunk today, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But no, excited to be here today. We're going to have 4 heats tonight. Just if you're at home, we're going to run 4 different heats tonight. We got a youth class, which is exciting. A lot of cool things happening with the youth. There is a bone stock compact class, limited weld, and what was the last one? He told me, and I'm
They
drawing a
got
blank.
like mini trucks or something, right?
Nope, that's going to run tomorrow.
That's tomorrow? Okay.
Youth, bone stock, limited weld, and 80s wire.
Wait,
There you
yeah,
go.
80s
80s
wire.
wire.
That's why I
Yep.
leave it to you.
Some good, dude, the cars that have been coming rolling
Oh.
in really have started picking
Oh,
up.
yeah.
We've been sitting here watching them come in. They're still coming in.
Yep.
Guys can come in tonight that are going to run tomorrow, so you can't see right behind us, but there's still tech going on. They're rolling through it because some cars are for tomorrow.
Right.
And what's nice about Tixie and this Derby, if you run tomorrow and you come tonight and go through tech, he's giving you a free pit pass tonight.
Awesome.
And this is a promoter that is just trying to give back to the drivers, trying to give to the people out there, and just bring it back and make it fun again.
Oh, yeah. Toast. We talk about Toast all the time.
Yep.
Toast Promotions, and these guys really are for the drivers, like Bobby said. We were sitting here this morning freaking out. I mean, that's our norm because Josh puts shows on. Bobby's been involved in shows and everything else. We're like, where are these guys? Where are these guys? We'd be here right now. We would have been here at 5 o'clock this morning working on this, working on that. These guys are such in tune and have such a rhythm with their shows. They're
Yep.
coming in and it's getting it done. The track is amazing.
Oh my
what
goodness,
I see
this
up
track
there.
is going to be
And
amazing.
It's huge. It's huge. So it's like you're chomping at the bit going, boy, I'd love to be out there in this right now. But yet, I don't like cold weather derbies running in them
No, me neither.
because I'm old now. See,
I'm
everybody
with
says
you.
I'm old now.
Oh,
With
we're
you.
going to talk old.
Yeah.
Well, I do think it goes 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. It
So
is.
you
It is.
are old.
It is.
You are
It
old,
is.
and you are the littlest guy. So I understand you getting cold.
Okay. All right.
Get it, I
Make
get
fun
it.
of me. All right.
I get
Okay,
it.
so the track, if we go back to the track, last night I took a Facebook video and there was grass all over it. It looked like wheat was growing out there, right? And I had a lot of people messaging me like, oh, Decker, what the heck? I said, Tix, you guys going to work that track? He goes, I have no fear, man. That track will be awesome in the middle of the day. And, I mean, quickly, Vince was on there. Toast was out there working it this morning with another guy. And, like, within a few hours, this track got awesome.
And you guys at home couldn't see through the weeds. 2 days ago, they said there was 2 inches of water sitting on this track because there's a lot of clay. So what they've done today is they've made this track. It's going to be amazing. Fast.
Yes.
Fast for you guys at home.
And I love it because they're one and doneers.
Love that.
One and doneers, and these guys, it's like hit it and get it, and let's put a show on and go for the money. But it's going to be fun.
Yeah, and again, the track is absolutely humongous.
Yeah, I mean,
It's humongous.
the head tech guy out there working the track in because he wants it an all-around good show.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to a lot of shows. I've been all over the country. And to see the head tech guy working with the promoter
Yeah.
to put a track together for the people, the fans, the drivers.
Yeah.
Been to many national derbies where the track has taken great teams out.
Yeah.
And now, hopefully, I mean, the way this looks, like we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? Speaking of that, let me back up. For everybody at home, if you never heard of Bobby Brockway, you might be the only one because this guy is world famous.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever? You've been on a national
Oh,
team.
yeah,
right?
really. We're in,
You've been
we're
on a
in
national
Utah.
team.
We're in Utah, and some kid comes up and says, I was like, hey, you might want to try this. You might want to try that. Trying to be nice,
Right.
And he says,
Have you ever built a Ford before?
yeah, have you ever been to Kansas? And I'm like, no. It's like, have you ever been on the national side of a team out there? And I'm like, no, sir.
Wow.
He left, and I cried.
Oh yeah.
I cried, like, seriously. Like,
Then he throws B-Dub's name out.
do you know? Yeah.
Do you even know Bobby?
Do you know
Bobby Whitaker?
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
Yeah, I'm like, do you know Bobby Whitaker? Like, I run with him. I might run under him, but I run with him. Yes, I've been on the national side.
I so wish I heard this.
Oh, we were-
I seriously
we were
they
tearing
laughed
up.
and
We were
cried all
cracking
weekend.
up.
It was
Oh my
amazing.
gosh, that's hilarious.
yeah.
But speaking of Bobby Brockway, Bobby's been at every national show out there. You've been to from back in the day of Mayhem. You've been to. We watched you kick butt in Blizzard Bash for
Yep.
years. But what are some other major shows that you've been to?
The most, I mean, really, Mayhem has been all the major shows, and then back when Charlie had Fall Brawl, to me that was a major because you had some of the best drivers out of Iowa coming, and then we did Border Wars. You know, I've been blessed. My parents were always there supporting me, and my kids have always been so supportive, and I'm so thankful for it. And then good sponsors. I've always had good sponsors. I make sure I had the best of the best to go out there, and it was for me to lose the race, you know. And now to see these young kids coming up and see like Toast and Tix and these other promoters are helping these young kids, it's amazing because that's our future.
Yep.
You're seeing people catch on to that. You know,
Yes.
It seems like maybe our sport was missing that for a little while, but now,
Right.
and I think also because a lot of promoters are communicating like never before. There was a long time where promoters just fought each other. You want to come
There's
in?
Tixie.
You want to come in?
Tixie.
Hey,
Here,
all
I'll
I
let-
want to say is thank you for Track Shot Live being here. I love my Track Shot family. Everybody at home, enjoy this. Might be running a minute or two late, but we're going to put on a hell of a derby. The track is beautiful.
Thanks
Hey, I
for
want-
having us, Tixie.
Yes, and I'm going to, again, add to your pile on your plate today. I still need driver's list if you don't mind. Okay, all right. No, I just added to your, I just seen your stress level go down. I wanted to raise it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know the problem of it is I asked for tomorrow's driver's list. I forgot that we got to get today's driver's
Yeah, I need one today.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
And
All right, Tixie.
what's awesome about Tixie, like other events that we've been able to be part of, like Ben and I inspecting,
Yeah.
like you just see, like the promoters, like they just almost freeze up because there is so much that goes unseen what these people do
Right.
to put this derby on.
Yep.
And Tix has been so laid back, stayed up helping people to get stuff ready, make sure we had all of our stuff, like, and here he is just smiling
Oh,
up here, like
dude, he's
have
loving
fun.
it.
He's so much about the people. I
Yeah.
love
He
it.
really
The
is.
drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Now, so everyone knows, this will be the biggest show in Minnesota. We got 279 pre-registered cars over the 2 days, which I told Bill that, and I could see him start sweating. Like,
Oh,
how
yeah.
long is this going to take?
How long-
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
we're going to be here a while, Bill. 279 pre-registered, biggest show in Minnesota this year.
But people got to remember, and a lot of people already know, Minnesota drivers, a lot of them are known for just putting their foot down, driving hard, and getting it done. So being one and done heats, honestly, I think it's going to be a pretty quick
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
You're going to have, I'm sure you're going to have some of the drivers that want to drive a little bit slower, but
I don't know. That cold weather makes you turn it up, right?
Yeah, sometimes, but I mean,
See, to me though, colder weather means it'll run
Slow.
cooler longer. I can hit the neutral button
Oh,
longer.
yeah.
Low Pope
yeah,
Bobby.
yeah.
Yep.
Bobby likes some 2-hour features.
Yeah, he does. You like napping out there?
Yeah, it's real. It's a good thing because I'm a bigger guy, so I like to get a nap in.
Right.
You know, and then bag of Cheetos to the side. I mean, it is what it is. You know.
I've honestly never done a 2-hour. The longest was when Ben and I ran. Ben ran for 50 minutes. I ran for about 42 that day, and that was forever. I honestly can't imagine running that long.
I've been a part of a derby where I watched. I won't name his name. He was in a wagon. Reached back and get an oil container and pour it in his gas can. Put gas in on a red flag because of the features. It was like 2.5, 3 hours.
That's
Oh,
We're only allowed
wow.
10
That's
gallons.
6
you know.
gallons. That's when they went to 6 gallons.
Yeah, when 6 gallon tank.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's pouring oil in his car, right? That was
Wow.
Slick.
Yeah, he was
Slick. And guess who won the derby?
Yeah.
Really
Bobby Whitaker ran out of gas. Guess who won the derby?
Yeah.
Yeah. It
interesting.
was a brown wagon.
So now people are
It
saying
was a brown wagon.
That was a brown.
brown
brown
wagon.
wagon, yeah.
Okay, we'll
Back
keep
in
it
the
at-
day. So maybe if you guys, people want to do a little research,
Yep.
hit us back and tell us who's the one
Little
that
trivia.
won. Yeah, a little trivia.
So the next year was the rule: no carrying extra fluids in your
No.
vehicle.
No,
Yeah.
they made the gas tank bigger.
Yeah, because people would complain because so many
Yeah.
people ran out of gas.
Yep.
But
This is a whole topic I think we need. Someday when we have more time, I'd love to
Oh,
jump
yeah.
in the topic of giving drivers more gas compared to picking up the pace. Because in my opinion, giving more gas just slows down the pace. My gut feeling on that,
Yeah.
you know. But
Hey, it is what it is.
It
We're in
is what it
Minnesota
is.
today. We ain't got to worry about
we don't have to
none
worry
of
about that at all
No.
out
Yeah.
here.
there's no one
These
with big
drivers
tanks.
are so pumped out there. They
Yeah.
cannot wait to put on a show. Like,
Yeah.
well, with everything that's going on in the world, you know, and to finally get to come out here and race, these drivers are so
Yeah.
pumped. We've been talking to them all day,
Yeah.
and they don't care what happens. They just want to
No.
put on a show.
No.
And Tixie did not start this show that long ago. If we remember, it was just a few months ago where
Yeah.
he was calling
Yeah,
us
yeah.
saying, like, I think I want to do a show.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing it. And as soon as he put it out, he was selling out classes.
Yes.
279's impressive.
Yes.
I've had so many people call me, can you get me passes? Because with the rules and stuff, there's only so many people allowed on each side of the stands.
Yep.
And so many people want to be a part of this.
Oh, totally.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what he was telling me was the sponsors that come out of the woodwork were just unbelievable. He's got great sponsors.
Yes.
You Pull Our Parts, which I love the name. You Pull Our Parts,
You
which
Pull
is
Our
classic.
Parts. Yep.
And they stepped up huge for us. That we are here today because of them.
Nice.
And that cool video you guys watched at the beginning, that's actually when Tix and Sauer went out a few weeks ago and they did some advertising and painted some cars for the facility. And then they took care of us on the backside.
Right.
And it was awesome.
Right.
And
Awesome.
that's really the next level is I love Tix because his ideas sometimes, he's such a great idea man. He'll say like, we got to help them by doing this and then they'll give us this, but we got to do this first to prove it. And it's like, I love you. You're right. A lot of people sit there and always ask, throw us $5,000 and we'll do this, or throw me $1,000, I'll do this. It's like, no, you have to sometimes say, hey, I'm going to prove to you that we'll get your name out there, we'll get your advertising, and then if we do that, then take care of us on the backside. And that's how Tix got all this today.
Right.
He
Oh,
works
right.
so well with sponsors.
Well, we've seen it firsthand. He's been so good to the community. Looking, I mean, there's a beautiful semi over there that's got the raffle car because that company said, you've given to us, we're going to help give back.
Yes.
Right? You know, Tixie is just
he's a machine.
this is going to grow. Like you guys, everybody that gets to see this now, you're going to be a part of something that's going to be super epic, I think, because he is so about giving back.
Yeah, and he's partnered with great people because he's part of Toast Promotions, which everybody knows Vince Olivius and Toast Promotion. They just put on a fantastic show. Now they're over here as a group, him Skinny, Tix, and Toast really working hard on this one here.
Yes.
And River City Rampage is growing. We know that, right? Now Tix is
amazing.
parlaying right over to here as the same group, but a new group of guys.
Right.
And I'm excited for the future of Toast Promotions.
Yep.
I'm glad that they invited us out here.
Yeah, me too. To be a part of this, like for my first time to be a part of this, and to be this show with this group.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better, and I'm going to do my best to make sure you guys have fun and like give good information.
Yeah.
And just
Bobby's going to be
enjoy
doing.
it.
Bobby's going to be doing on-track interviews. Bobby called me and said, like, yeah, I think I want to do on-tracks. I didn't even pause. It was like, yep, you're doing them now. Not just stuck because you said it.
If I can't race with them, I just want to be a part of them. Like people might like trash like this sport or this derby, this family. You call anybody that you know from here, and they're there for you.
Yeah. Right.
This is such a family, and I'm super excited to be a part of it. Like I said, I got one derby left, and that's it. And so to be able to be here and be able to go out there and talk to my buddies and, and then let everybody at home know more about them.
Yeah, exactly.
Because everybody just sees them derbying, and to maybe give a little more information about who is putting on the show for you, how much they give, how much their family gives, I'm super excited. Hopefully I get better each time. Take criticism if you guys want to hear different questions.
I'm warning you, don't say that because Facebook is nasty world. Don't say that.
Okay.
No criticism to Bobby.
Because I'm super sensitive. Anybody that knows the Hammer and Hoosier, you just look at me wrong, and I'm like, did I say something wrong? Did I say something wrong?
Yes, Bobby's nickname, the Hammering Hoosier. If you never heard that, way before Derby World, but that's always been his
Oh
nickname.
my God!
It's such
Stop
a
it!
good
No,
one.
it was Underbuilt Derby. Hammer and Hoosiers.
I remember
Derby.
Underbuilt. Yes, you did
yes.
call yourself that. I do remember that. Underbuilt Derby, which was also not anywhere near.
Well, Bobby, you're already doing. I've been doing this for I don't know how many years, and you're
7.
You're already doing it better than me. So hey,
there's nobody that can do it better than you, Ben.
I don't think so, Ben. Yeah,
Ben is a natural at this, and I'm just super excited to be a part of this, especially like you said with this group.
With a group
that's so giving, and we get to watch the kids tonight, right?
Exciting,
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
Oh, these kids, we have a blast with the kids.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Seeing the kids smile. Yeah, do I want to see my buddy out there? Absolutely. But to see the smile on these kids, and then the dad looking at them like, yes.
This year I've run 3 times with my kid, and it's been the best times. Like, it took me back to being 16. I was getting the bubble guts. I love sitting with him. Ben was right there, right?
I was right there.
Ben knows I got nervous and stuff. Yeah. But Ben was there. My son actually won.
Yes.
And, oh, my gosh, the feelings they were – dude, I was hugging my kids so hard, because it's just like, God, I love you. I was so proud.
Yep.
And just to be there with him and share it and then hear him afterwards as soon as it was done. He's like,
so excited.
I want to run V8s, Dad. Just want to run V8s. It's like, I love you. This is my kid right here.
Well, that was like Toast, like you said, just put on a Derby River City Rampage, and a bunch of the people that I've ran with since I was a kid their kids were out there.
Awesome.
So I was like super nervous. Like the dad's walking away, like, "Oh, I'm fine," and I'm the one super nervous. I'm like watching all these kids get hit and like ready to throw the red flag so I can make sure they're okay. And then my buddy's daughter, her first derby, cuts her leg, like a 4-inch gash.
Ooh.
They stop the race, want her to get out, and she says no.
I'm not getting out.
She says, I'm not getting out. And she stayed in that car until she was done.
Awesome.
Then went there, and they want to put stitches. No, in case I'm going to run tomorrow, I don't want stitches. No.
Oh, that's awesome.
And to see the drive that these kids have, our future, I think, is really bright.
Yeah.
And you're seeing kids get motivated all over the country because last night, Skinny's got a son named Hunter. Hunter's 15, I believe now. Maybe 16? No, 15. He's not able to drive.
15, yeah.
So last night, Tix gets a car built for Hunter, and it shows up at Tix's house. It doesn't run. We all screwed with it for a little while, and looking inside it, she didn't look good and healthy. So 10 o'clock at night, they pushed it out, drove a fresh car in the garage for Hunter.
A driver.
Yep.
They said it was Tixie's go to the grocery store and mom wasn't home and get the food he wasn't allowed to have or whatever, the snacks. They said that is
awesome.
That was the car. It was a driver, yeah.
Literally the grocery.
Yeah, they pulled her like, Tixie, really? I didn't think you're allowed to eat these. Billy Joe doesn't want you eating these. And yeah, he got caught. Yeah, he got caught last night. But yeah, pulled a fresh car in for Hunter.
That goes to how great of a guy Tix is. Because the car that he actually drives, he's like, just go get it.
Just go get it.
But
just so a kid could have fun.
Skinny's son, Hunter, at 3:30 in the morning, Skin put up to Facebook, and it's the last kid in the garage all by himself welding that driver door shut at 3:30 in the morning. And I said to Skin, every time your kid does bad things, chill out a little bit, because think about this moment. Think about how farther your kid is, because he's got great work ethic. He was so excited at Derby, he worked all by himself in that cold garage.
Yes, and then stayed in there.
And stayed an extra
And because
hour.
you know what, safety goes a long way in the sport. I mean, we've all seen where people have been doing things, garages catch on fire, this and that. Tix has a strict rule.
Yeah.
The last person welding stays in his garage for an hour.
After you're done welding.
After you're done.
Yep.
And you know what? And Hunter worked his butt off and stayed in the garage for safety.
Yep.
And it's just amazing what Tix
That's a
and
proud
Joe's
dad
promotion.
moment.
Yeah.
Because, that kid's got drive.
He does.
For something that we all love. You don't ever want to turn that down. It's like, no, keep it going, kid.
Yep.
So let's root for Hunter today just because,
3-hour build. 3 hour build from a car that just drove to the store.
It was impressive.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
The secret goody car.
Yeah.
The goody getter.
The goody getter.
The goody getter, not
And
a
to see
grocery
the
getter.
people that
The goody
stepped in
getter.
to help him too.
Yeah.
Like, this is such a family sport.
Yeah.
I that's why I'm so happy to be able to be a part of this, because I don't want to give derbies up totally, because
Sure.
it's such a family sport.
Yeah. And once again, on top of that, you're going to see Hunter's going to be out there. His car's going to be tagged from top to bottom, left to right. Jason Sowers out here again.
Yes.
Tagging cars. He had to go make a run to the paint store again this morning.
$400 deep. He said in paint.
He's just.
Oh, that was today.
Yeah.
400 yesterday.
Yes.
Tagging cars.
Whoa.
For people.
Yep.
And then he went and he put himself on a $200 budget.
Yeah.
And he left. It was like $450 just to do today. And this guy loves doing it, seeing drivers like, oh my God, look at my car. He was doing all the kids.
Yeah.
Well, I told him today when him and I were hanging out together this morning, and I said, I love you so much because a lot of times at these derbies, I'm sorry, Ben.
You're right.
You're not only painting for somebody, but you're capturing the whole day in a picture, because the rest of their life, every time they look at that picture, all those memories come back.
Right.
And I said, Sauer, I have so many times where, he did a memorial car for my mom, which was probably the most meaningful, and I still have it in my yard. And every time I look at it, just like a flood of it comes back, but I love it. I love it.
And for everybody out there to know, there's like a little bit of a couple of us. There's like 6 of us in a group chat, and Sauer's the first one to wake up and how are my brothers doing?
Yeah,
You guys need anything?
Good morning. Yeah.
And
he's a great
guy. Yeah, we've definitely have surrounded ourselves with some good people to push Demolition Derby to show that it's about family, to show
Yep.
it's about friends.
Correct.
You know, it's not about winning. It's about having fun with your family.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, and I personally sometimes get stressed out when things get so competitive that people get nasty. But that takes away from what we started in this sport. That did not get us involved. What got us involved was having fun with our family and building cars and the adrenaline rushes. You know, back in the day, did any of us care about winning? And that's
No.
when we had the most amount of fun.
Right.
Probably.
And it was. And the problem where I lost the drive for it is it become a second job.
Right.
You know, and I was lucky enough to be on such a good team, and you're winning, and then so everybody's coming after you, and then if you lose, then it's I can't quit because now we got to beat them.
Got to prove it.
And it wasn't fun. It
Yep.
wasn't fun. And
Yep.
then last year, my dad's like, let's just do a basic build.
Yes.
The Mayhem and have fun.
Yes.
I had so much fun. Bobby Whitaker changing my tires.
Man.
We changed the brake-in oil at the track. Like, people came and helped, and I had the most fun, I swear, since the day, like you talk, where you ran the engine that was in the car.
Yes, yes.
You know?
And
it
you're
was the most fun.
you're a trendsetter from that too. I mean,
Yeah,
you're a
yeah, no
trendsetter.
trunk and aluminum
trunk,
bumper.
yeah.
Zoe Hiley says, in Ford you trust,
trust,
I guess,
yes.
bud. And he said, can you please put a post out there? They didn't have time not to run a trunk and a bumper because that thing folded so nice. Now you're going to have kids like running aluminum bumpers on the back and no trunk lids.
Oh, that's funny.
And then
don't copy you, right?
Yeah, don't
copy that.
not copy the 76X car. And I'm getting ready to go out there, and I just bought new coil springs for the front, so she said hi. They collapsed. I went out there, and my bumper to the bottom was 9.5 inches.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, I got to get out there and hit like hard a couple times. Well, that's not built in me for Mayhem. Mayhem, you got to go bump. And it worked out good. And, you know, like I said, everybody came together to help me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's when
like,
it's fun.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
other drivers, like, they see me pull in, I'm 2 hours late, pay the $100 fee. And
They're laughing at you. 'cause
yeah,
you
they're
got
laughing at
stock
me.
tires.
Yeah, I got the stock tires, not knowing that B-Dub has my tires for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Thanks to Brandon Johnson. And yeah, I mean, this is just such a family sport. I love to be a part of it, and I thank you for letting me come in.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Absolutely.
It's going to be good tonight. Now, for people at home, we're going to go quick tonight. There's just 4 1 and done. So I'm going to say 2 hour, 2.5 hours. We're going to go quick. After this, everybody that's here is going to eat. Because
Yo,
Skinny's over here
Skinny.
just cooking
cooking.
and cooking. He's got, I think, 5. What's he got over there? Shoulders or what?
I think he's got like shoulders. Yeah,
He's got shoulders.
They look
and
so good.
He did a turkey for me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He did a turkey for me.
Cajun turkey.
Cajun turkey.
Cajun turkey.
Cajun turkey. So he says, Ben, it's even Tixie last night. Tixie's like, Ben, we got macaroni and cheese. I know you can't eat certain stuff. I'm like, oh, yeah, thanks, Tixie, you know. But yeah, so these guys, I'm telling you, they take care of everybody. Don't have to worry about it.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to the food after.
Yeah, the guy didn't have no sleep, and we came here early. We didn't need to be here. We come here early. We were going to stoke the fire for him and
Yeah.
make sure. And here, and he is, man.
Yeah, he was
over
here.
there on the fire. You know, an hour's sleep just to make sure everybody here
Yeah.
had a great dinner.
Now, I know a lot of people are saying, hey, boot Bobby out, let's get Skinny. But Skinny's busy, and we're not going to.
I'm doing my best to fit it. Like I
Listen.
don't have the skinny voice. I don't have the skinny goatee.
You're going to have the Bobby one.
But
You're
I'm gonna have
the
the
Bobby
I'm gonna have
one.
the Bobby one. I got the gray coming in. I tried to not shave for 2 days. You know, I'm
Right.
trying.
Hey.
I didn't get there, but you know, I'll do my best to fill
All right.
Skinny's shoes for a little bit.
Okay.
And then we'll let him up here, and I'll go on the track and have fun with the drivers.
Well, like you said, when we got to Skinny this morning, he was tired. He got no sleep. He's only
Right.
slept an hour and a half. So right before showtime, I go over to him and I'm like, hey, let's go up there.
Right.
I could see in him the exhaustion.
He
And I looked
is.
right at him. I'm like, you're exhausted. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I don't think I can start. And
Yeah,
I
and
go,
he's
it's
like,
okay.
I'm so exhausted you can even let Brockway go up there. I know he's going to be a fool. I know he's going to be a fool, but you can let Brockway go up there because
They're all giving such 110%,
Oh my gosh,
though,
it's
you know?
amazing.
Yeah.
I know you've hit this, but just sitting here as a driver, that track, I cannot wait for the people at home to see if everybody gets on the gas like we think they will. Oh my gosh, this track, the north half is hard as a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you know, at home, the south half is, a little soft, but they'll be able to hook up. I mean, they worked their butt off on this track, and I'm super stoked.
Yeah, yeah, they did. And you started talking about sponsors earlier. One of our other main sponsors that that jumped in this year is
AB Cat Tech.
AB Cat Tech.
These guys are killing it. Those guys have been killing it today. There's guys from all over that drove hours. Cody Midlitter come, I think he said 13-hour drive with a truck full of cats. And, they cashed out a big chunk of cash.
Yeah, they
And said that those two guys, they're younger, they look younger, whatever, said they were so respectful, so down to earth.
Yep.
And, thank you for helping us. Thank you for being a part of this. And
Well, and AB Cat Tech is such a fantastic sponsor for our sport. Like, for this, it actually fits in so good. And Brad's in charge of AB Cat Tech, and we've hooked up. And he actually just came to us and said, like, I love what you guys are doing. Let's work together. I love when someone says to me, let's work together. A lot of dudes come at me and say, like, Decker, can you go do this for me? But I love when someone says, hey, let's connect together. And Brad's been great, man. He sponsored us all year of 2020 of COVID because, so the breakdown is all the promoters that we've been to have really struggled to put their shows on because, again, no fans.
Right.
So you're starting in the negatives. We've been to many shows like Mini Meltdown here where you can't have fans, and the promoters are really risking their neck.
Right.
But they're also saying, hey, I want the people at home to be able to watch, so I need track shot.
Right.
So then it's like, okay, there's a little disconnect because, we're trying to come to shows cheap to get them to get there.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, AB Cat Tech said to us, like, hey, I'm going to give you a chunk of money. I want you just where you don't have enough, put it here, put it here, put it here. I don't
make it to those shows.
And I said to him, okay, I'll give you an itemized list every time I'm done. And he goes, no. He kind of cracked me up. He's like, no, Josh, just do what the show needs. And that's a great sponsor. So thank you to AB Cat Tech. And we're going to do some videos of him. Cody's going to come up tomorrow to talk about him because he was so impressed with his first time meeting them, and he has a really good story about calling the company and they set up an account, things that I didn't even know.
Right.
He is so excited about AB Cat Tech. He's like, I got to come on there and talk about it. I'm like, done.
Awesome.
yeah,
done.
he was excited. We were down there running. He was super stoked.
Yeah.
What he really loved was the professionalism.
Yep.
He said where he's from, he's got to go to his local scrap yards. He never feels like they're taking care of him. He goes, they never look at the numbers. These guys were looking at numbers and giving me specific pricing. And then because he came today, they gave him 15% higher. He was all jazzed up.
Oh, he was jacked up.
He's like, this is about as good as it gets.
He's super excited down there.
Yeah, he said when they got in at like 5 o'clock this morning, and he says they're at their hotel, they got looking around, they're like, huh. So they had to sleep with one eye open. He goes, because I got like all these cats I brought down, And, and so, and you're 100% right. These guys are state-of-the-art facility of recycling everything out of the cats.
Totally. And those videos that you watch, it's so cool to watch it.
They're educational videos.
That's why I love them, because when you see, like, if you ever watch a guy crack one open and shake them and shake, that material, that powder you're seeing is like more than gold. More than gold. So you're watching it in that video, like now, if you guys don't know at home, they're even catching the particles in these bags, these special dust bags, where those little particles floating in the air get sucked into there, and there's value to that.
Yes.
That's how minute of pieces they're getting to get their value out of that, which is pretty cool. I didn't even know that world was,
You know what blows my mind is, I swear I said, when it switches to new iron, I'm done.
Yep.
But guess who, Toast, I was running with Toast, and he jumped right on it, And so to think about all the cats of 9802s and hearing the prices down there.
Oh, boy. That you bad.
I'm like, I just scrapped how many I could have paid for my kids' college,
Yeah.
I think Cody said he got 8 something. He had the 2 good pre's and the 2 good bottoms and got 8 something out of 4 of them off a 9802. Now I'm telling you, when you're buying them for $500 and then you get 800 out of the cats,
you're gonna buy them all day long.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
You're talking cats that go in cars or what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I thought you were talking about different cats. Like
the animals.
The animals. Oh, 'cause I was going to sell my daughter's cat. I was going to sell my daughter's cat. If we're paying $800, I'm like, hey, here, you can go buy another cat. I'm selling your cat.
You're stealing the neighbor's cats.
Minnesota's. Yeah, I'm still calling neighbor cats. You're like, where's all the cats at?
But it's the cycle. Cody, we got talking down there too about the cycle of everything.
Yeah.
How the cycle of the sport, when it started out, it was more stock builds and everything else, and then it cycled into a heavier build, and then a heavier build, then a heavier build, then a heavier build. Then everybody's like, oh, we're punch drunk after the heat.
Yes.
So we got to back it. this is too much. You know, the hours and the money and welding. Now all of a sudden it's e-braked it. Now they're reversed. Now they're starting to cycle back over again. There's more chain and bang shows. There's more wire classes. There's more just reeled back rules. And it's really, to the people you talk to, they're enjoying it so much more because it's so much easier. So much, for some people. Some people it's harder because they have all the stuff for this class.
Correct.
Now they got to run this lighter build class. Now they got to redo everything.
Yeah, and that's
you
valid.
know, which kind of stinks. But it, so yeah, that's making a cycle. The parts, the prices of cars are recycling.
Yep.
You
changing.
know, and that's all changing. And now the Imperials are coming back.
Yep.
Now, okay. Now, a couple years ago, you get Imperial, $1,200, $1,200, decent one. Now you can't touch one for $25. You know, and clamshell wagons, I don't think they're ever going to go backwards.
Well, we talked about the Imperials yesterday.
Yes.
The guy's like, I'm selling them $3,000 a piece.
Right.
Ooh,
I was
I
getting,
got
he
a
goes,
pile of
Oh
them.
my God! I
Got a pile of boxcars.
$3,000.
$3,000 a
And that's
piece.
funny.
He goes,
okay,
'cause
so
I-
everybody knows I'm going to make an idiot out of myself right now. I'm really good at that, so
He's
this
saying
is easy.
boxcar.
Okay, so when I say boxcar,
Yeah.
Ford.
I think a Ford,
Ford.
you know, an
Yep.
80s Ford boxcar.
Yeah, that's
And
not a box
Decker's
car.
like, I was yesterday. I'm like, I could. There's a boxcar around my house. He's like, dude, buy it up and run it. And I'm like, no, it's a boxcar.
He's like,
love
dude,
my
oh.
9802.
I got
He's like,
excited.
there's a boxcar. You can take Blizzard Bash or something or sell
I
it.
go to Josh, this is the box.
And he's
Ford.
like, dude, he's box
Sucked the wind
Ford.
right out of me.
And I've been here, you know, we've been here since yesterday, and I keep hearing boxcar, and I'm the only one that's not on the same page.
Yes.
Everybody else is like talking imps. So
Yeah.
that just shows that I'm stuck on Fords, you know.
And that's
I just,
okay.
I got a tunnel vision.
I
But no,
know.
he was saying he thought he was spending a ton of money a few years ago, and bought
Yeah.
all these boxcars for $1,000 a piece, and was getting them shipped to his house. Now it's like boom, 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 $3,000 a piece, bang, 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 bang. It's like, and they're stupid clean. I mean, they're it's just because the shows now are coming around, and okay, you can run the birds at these shows, you know.
Yeah.
And,
But we always used to talk about, Ben, when we started going to Blizzard Bash, like imagine if we could have these Blizzard Bash rules and then build birds with them. And that's kind of cool stuff with all these pressures. That's not our world. Our world was just
Right.
running, welding a bumper and going. So,
Right.
you know, I dig that Imperials are coming back places.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because we're going to see some nasty builds.
we've
I,
already seen
Hoffmeister built one of the craziest ones last year.
Hoffmeister
So-
I'm going to go ahead and
Sailpus.
make a bet online with you
Go.
that there's going to be more spindles ripped off of Imperials at that Derby than you've ever seen before.
I've never lost
There's
one, but I
no
could believe
way-
that.
There's no way they're going to be able to turn quick enough for a Ford, get out of the way of a Ford,
I hear
or
you.
a Ribby.
And we've been on this argument.
Yeah,
several
so
times.
Yes, I hear you.
whoever takes one there, I have so much respect for them because they have so much trust in their driving ability,
Yep.
Right.
their sponsors, and their build. But man,
But when you also
God, I would love to be there and just ripping them off and like watching spindles laying.
Oh,
on
dude,
the
I would jump
ground.
you so fast. Your back would be in your
Oh my
back
God!
seat
So we've
before
talked
you
about
knew
this.
what was happening.
Just so you guys know, like I've always looked up to Decker, and every time I talk to him, I'm like, I want to run where you're gonna run because I want to put you on your lid.
You were
Like
dreaming.
he is so up here. Like,
Wait a minute.
wait
a minute.
wait. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
He's up there with Ellen DeGeneres as a public figure.
Stop that.
Everybody, just so you know,
I thought we were
this
keeping that
guy,
between ourselves.
this guy right here is a public figure, and I want to run against him.
Oh,
I
my
think we
God.
should have like a one-on-one somewhere
Sold.
and go. Let's go.
I get a
You
Chrysler.
can have your
You have a
bird,
Ford.
and I'll
Fine.
take my
Fine.
box car.
Done.
I'll take my
Box
box car
car.
with the 4-cylinder.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and when you go to hit me, I'll just back up and watch you drive over the wall.
You're gonna be punished. You
Love
know
it.
that.
I love it. I love it.
Back to the birds, though. I
Yes.
agree with what you're saying on the agility of a Vic is going to be more agile, but you also have to agree with the momentum and the weight of an Imperial will do more damage per hit.
If they catch you.
Okay, but a real good Imperial driver is going to stay up and down all the time, man. He ain't going to let.
And this all comes down to the rule set.
Well, that's true.
Because we had this discussion before.
That's true.
If you go apples at, say, stock derby,
Yep.
knock the windows out, stock derby. That Vic is in deep trouble.
I would agree.
So you go into a limited weld build. Can't shorten frames, just you change body mounts, blah, 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 blah. Decent cage, no kickers, no down tubes. Imperial's still going to smoke the full.
I agree.
Now you go into like a not really kicker class rule, but a little bit down, do like down tubes, extra body mounts, creasing, blah 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 blah. Different rear ends, bumpers, just no kickers. Now the Imperials are in trouble. You go into spindle swaps, kickers, and everything else. Then I think it'd be a hands down just kickers, spindle swaps, and everything else. It's going to be just guys are going to come out just shaking their head, going, "Woof, what was that?" Because then, like Bobby just said, it comes down to 100% at that point. It's knife to knife.
Yeah,
You're right.
It's not 45 to butter knife.
I agree.
Than it's driving skill. So there's so many different ways to look at it,
right?
And it's always been an argument because we always had that argument, way back in the early times when we first started. Sure. And it's like, because we know because we drove Imperials and I'm an Imperial lover and drove them, and it's like yes. But then on the backside of that, over the years, you see the builds and you see how they progress with the Fords and even the GMs, how they progressed. It's like, wow.
Well,
because I even want. I mean, before I quit running, which is like I said. I mean, I'm like Bobby, one more run, and I'd love to build just everything I know and think I know, and just throw into a newer Vic and just
let today, you and I were walking around with these rules. What he gave them, you can build a decent car,
yes,
but yet you're not in the garage for 2 months.
Exactly.
Right.
We walked by Willie Lochner's car.
Yeah.
He said 3 days.
Yeah.
And to see what they can do in 3 days now,
that was impressive.
It's super impressive,
Yeah.
And then for the kid to be like, "This was my dirtiest car," and I'm like, "Are you?"
Yeah.
I know. When you said that,
he goes,
like,
"This is guys. This is junk. This is
it was in my way." He says it was in my way, so I just grabbed it 3 days ago, cut everything out of my other car, and shoved it in here.
Yeah.
I love Willie.
Yeah, and I'm like, I was impressed. Like, and anybody back home that hasn't watched Willie drive, wait until you get to watch him.
He's a showman.
He is a showman.
Yeah.
And he.
The last time we seen him was Vegas.
And we punish him. Bobby and I punish him every time.
Yeah.
Because we go up, we're like, Bobby's looking down, and I look down, and we look up to him and say, "No way, you got to cut that.
Because
No way."
he's used to seeing us as inspectors.
Yeah.
So we walk over there, and he's like, he's trying to change the subject and stuff with us. And we're like, this is way too short, just load it. And his eyes got real big, and then he started laughing, because we couldn't hold a straight face.
He's a great dude.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
It looks like we're getting close. I think they had the drivers' meeting, but Tixie said when he came on, everybody was saying he might be starting a few minutes late, but
Still waiting on my driver's list. I'll have to go find him here in a second.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys babble. Give me 2 seconds because I can't do much without it.
Can't do much without the driver's list. But I don't know, Bobby. If the track didn't dry out, it might just be froze.
Yeah,
it'll freeze up the wet spots.
Everybody that knows me, I wear shorts and slides.
Yeah, you do.
And when I woke up this morning and I'm like, Ben, we got to do something. I don't have clothes for this. And this poor lady, we went back and forth to Ace.
Yeah.
Like 8 times. And every time we'd go back, like, she's like, you sure you don't want this or that? We're like, oh, no, we'll be okay. 25 minutes later, Ben, can you drive us back? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and this is beautiful out here, though. Gosh, it's so beautiful. And it snowed twice today, like big flakes, and then it's like almost hailed.
Yes.
And now it's beautiful. It's actually really comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got a
heater.
We got a heater up here.
And tarps.
Hey, we got a heater up here. We got.
I didn't have to know that though.
Yeah. But no, the people are filing in. They're giving them a little bit more time to get in here, and like Josh said, they're doing tack on whatever cars show up.
I think, and what I think was really cool, where he was hitting the point where they've got this down to a science.
Yes.
They had one line that's for tomorrow.
Yep.
And they had the other line for today, so they can, if they seen they were getting behind, they can put a little more people on the one side
Right.
to get those cars through, you know.
Right,
And they're taking the same amount of time on cars where some other places you go, oh, it's getting close to showtime. Let's
Bing,
just
bing,
push
bing,
them
bing,
through.
bing. Yeah, yeah.
They don't do that
Oh,
here. Like
no.
the other group that's, you know, watching the cars or inspecting the cars for tomorrow, those guys are staying down there. They're not no rush.
Absolutely.
And I just love how professional
Right.
this is. There's no politics, nothing. It's simply these guys are here for the drivers and the fans.
And these guys are drivers and that are putting it on.
Yeah.
Drivers, builders themselves, and that's the best promoters to have, I feel.
Absolutely.
And we got Tixie down there on the track now with the announcer, and
What he's doing for this area is amazing. This is going to grow like no tomorrow. And just so everybody knows, I'm almost positive it's for tomorrow's show. We got drivers coming from all over.
Yes.
This ain't just a local show.
no.
We got big name drivers coming from everywhere.
Yep.
From Wisconsin. You know, there's some big name people coming from
Yep.
Wisconsin. I am super stoked to just watch this grow.
Right.
This is gonna grow like no tomorrow.
Oh, it's gonna blow up. I mean, it's gonna be huge.
Can I jump in here, guys?
Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Bob. Okay, so we got sorry, a little 4 classes tonight. 80s chain. Funny thing he just told me. 80s chain. A bunch of drivers got bumped up to the weld class because
They overbuilt.
they were overbuilt. And they gave them the option. You're either going to go up or start cutting, and some of them said, "I'll go up." So we went from about 9 to 4.
Oh,
Five of them, or about 5 of them, jumped over to the next class.
Yeah.
Interesting, right?
Yeah, look at that.
I would have cut. I would have cut. I personally, when there was 4,
Well,
no.
depends on the list.
You're in the money.
No,
here,
it depends on the list of what you had to cut.
Well, that's valid.
that's about money to you, huh?
I
I
ca-
thought
I
it was
can-
about having fun. I'm all about. Hey, Ben and I are about having fun. You want to drive for money? That's fine, Superman. But
Okay.
Yeah.
we're driving
Yeah.
for fun. So I want to go. There's bigger names, I guess, maybe to fry in the
Okay.
class.
We all know that I can't win anything. So if I'm going to pick a heat of 4 or 27, I'm taking a heat of 4 all
I
the
think
time.
you won in Utah, didn't you?
I did. I got second.
Oh, second.
Yes.
So that's a huge accomplishment.
It
man.
was.
Yes.
New York to Utah, and you got second place.
Stan McDonald did that for me.
That's 'cause
That was
I-
not myself.
Yeah, and I bailed. I gave Josh the car after the heat.
He did. Ben
He
gave me the
did.
car.
Yeah, because my hand was broke.
Oh, you got scared.
Yeah.
No, my hand was broke.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Fight, fight.
Yeah, he's scared.
I love to watch you two fight.
And just so you guys, we're gonna, because these guys are big talkers, and I don't know how much more I can handle it. I'm super sensitive, and we could probably do it, you know, on air as long as it's a 32-second like little clip, because that's all I'm gonna be able to last. I don't need oxygen.
I've learned that the way to beat up Bobby is just to get maybe 20 seconds because you start huffing and puffing, and then you're done. I'll just get you to that point, and then I got you. Okay, so Tix is out there talking right now. We're going to go national anthem here in just a second, but we're going to go 80s chain right off the bat, 4 of them. It'll be quick. Youth compacts, it looks like we got 17. Ooh, that'll be great.
Yes.
Standard weld, this is going to be a good class. The standard weld class is 22
22.
cars.
Wow, that'd be good on this track.
I was just going to say, who's Brett Nelson's in this one? Brett
Oh,
Bogan's
Willie.
in this one.
Willie's gonna probably be in it. Eric Catila from French Lake.
Yep.
He's a good one. I mean, they're all good, but
There's some good ones. Tomorrow, there's some big names coming tomorrow.
That's what we were talking
Yes.
about. That's what we were talking about. Like, nothing short on the guys that are running tonight.
no, but
But that's what we were saying. The states that they're coming from tomorrow. This ain't just a local derby.
No.
This is a national derby.
No.
This is tomorrow. This is just a start of how
Right.
epic this show is going to be tomorrow.
oh yeah, yeah.
All right, we're going to do national anthem, everybody. If you could just bear with us here just a second.
At this time, we would like to ask everybody who is capable to please rise. Remove your headwear. The flag is located on the northeast corner as we honor our flag. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, perilous flight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets sprang glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Oh yeah, best song in history right there. Something about that song just so derby. It just gets me fired up.
I know, right?
And I tell this every time, but when I was a kid, that as soon as it was ended, they'd fire up Heat number 1. And Heat number 1's
Yeah.
coming out. Oh, I just used to get so jazzed with that.
Yeah, I love it. When you go to a big show, then they bring you out and they park you on the track and put you in your car, and then they do the national anthem. And
Right.
it just gives you goosebumps
It
and
does.
makes you proud.
It
You know.
really does. Yes, it does. And I want to say thank you to all the firemen here. The police are here. Real quick story, if I could tell you guys. So again, community, the fire department, everyone is absolutely free, donated their time. But even the cops, the sheriff, the local sheriff called Tix and said, "Don't even worry about security. We're going to come down there and just take care of you free of charge." And I thought, like,
Wow.
how awesome!
It's amazing.
It
Yeah.
really was. And I mean, you know, they got a lot going on as it is, so it's
Yeah.
kind of cool that they say, "Hey, I'm going to come out there and do something for the community." So
Right.
I thought that was really
That's
cool.
amazing.
All right, so coming out here, number 77, we're going to see Derek Eli in the number 77 out of Cleveland. Brian Hendrick in the A8 Ed. Brandon Hammer in the number 15. And Brad Goof in the number 17. Brandon Hammer here. Lincoln. Bobby, if you could run a Merc, Ford, or Lincoln, same year, what is better every time? Lincoln?
Sorry. Oh, I just lost my little cover.
You're all right, you're all right.
All right. Bill's gonna be mad, but
We won't find it. Where did it go?
I see it.
Okay.
Okay, if we're talking square style, I'd probably do a Ford.
Okay.
A bubble for this type of build, I'd do a Lincoln.
Okay. Okay. Now, Bob, this is going to be a quick one, so I'm probably going to have you jump off if you don't mind.
Yep,
And
I'll
you'll get
jump
ready
up
to go.
and find my cover.
Let's do it.
All right, thanks everybody.
Yes, sir. So H8 Ed is Brian Hendrick in the bubble. So we got a bubble.
Yeah.
We got a square body Lincoln.
Square body, a bubble, metric GM, I think, out there.
Yep, which is a 77 of Derek Eli. And the number 17 of Brad Guth. Guth or Guth? And Brad, I'm sorry if I screwed that up. Probably Guth. Now, this is a huge track event for 4 dudes.
For 4 cars, dude. It's gonna be very interesting, especially if all 4 of them like to drive hard.
I know. Let's
Because they're gonna use every spot on the track.
hope. Absolutely.
All right, we got buttoned up.
And these are literally, I mean, this is classes that we see run at home. I mean,
Exactly.
This is kind of not your really. It wouldn't be your bone stock.
Nope.
It'd be in between that and the economy.
Yes, but you still had to wire your doors, right?
Right,
Wire your doors at trunk, but exactly. Good bumpers on there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, nobody wants to pick bumpers up.
No, that's exactly true. Well, here we go. Derek Eli again in that black and yellow. This is a good warm-up class. These 4 out here. Hated, is that how you're saying it? H-A-Ed, hated. I guess I should.
Maybe, yeah.
Sorry about that. Woo! Got that firewall.
Nice.
Oh, sending it. All right, now the track is spacing out. Going for that axle. Good tire shot there.
I tell you what, these guys are on the gas pretty good, and this track is solid.
'77, starting to roll downwards in the back.
A little bit. Oh yeah, it's going down. His humps are blown.
Yep, his humps are
His
gone.
humps are blown.
Turn that old girl around. Good tire shot by the hated car.
Oh, good shot.
It was.
Yeah, let's see if 17 knocks him apart. Yep. There we go. There we go.
Buckled that firewall though, Pat.
Now he's locked in. No, he got loose.
Wow, they buckled that firewall. And they hate it.
The 17 of Brad Guth.
Yep.
Yeah, his car's looking very, very strong, yeah.
Gets it fired up. Move.
Yeah.
Bubble on bubble there. Lincoln gets moving.
Oh. This metric, it's tore up pretty good.
It is.
He's just trying to stick and move.
Ooh. Oh, he bent himself.
Oh, yeah.
He bent himself on the wall.
Ah.
We could see it buckle. He buckled it right at the firewall. Good shot. Good action in these four, man. They're working them.
Yeah, they are.